Man, spring is in the air, and if you're anything like me, you are probably super geeked to get out into the lawn. I usually get really excited to mow the lawn, get really excited to fertilize the lawn and start watering, getting that grass growing. But before we do those three things, there's a few things that we should take care of first before we actually dig into the lawn care season. And it doesn't matter if your grass is green or if it looks like this and there's snow all over it. And it doesn't matter if this is your first time getting into lawn care or if you're a seasoned veteran, don't forget about these steps. Getting outside and riding on or walking behind a lawnmower is one of the most enjoyable things that I like to do when it's warm outside and the weather is nice. But before you get to mowing your lawn, you need to make sure that you're on top of your mower maintenance. Not only do you want to make sure that you are totally on top of oil changes and spark plugs and air filters and your lawnmower blades. Now, if you have not worked on your lawnmower in a while, or if you're just getting into lawn care and you've never really maintained your lawnmower, keeping a sharp blade on your lawnmower is one of the best things you can do from a cultural habit perspective to make sure that you have a healthy lawn. Sharper blades equal cleaner cuts, and cleaner cuts for grass equals more healthy grass. If you have never really taken the time to flip your lawnmower over, grab that blade off there, and if your blade looks all nasty and rusty like this and doesn't have a sharp edge on it, go ahead and take care of this blade yourself if you want to, or go ahead and purchase a new blade, and you can take it to a lot of local small engine shops, machine shops, and you can get that lawnmower blade sharpened by somebody else if you're not comfortable doing it yourself. One of the fun new tools that I picked up this year was this Ryobi angle grinder. It's a cordless angle grinder, and it works with their 1+ 18-volt battery line. So I like to use this and a flap disc. This is a 80 grit flap disc that fits right in this angle grinder, and I'll use that to just go ahead and take care of the edges on these blades to make sure that they are nice and sharp. Another thing I'm going to suggest, if you're just getting into lawn care and you're not used to really, taking care of the lawn by yourself, then I would suggest when you do start mowing to cut your grass taller than you normally would. You'd be surprised, a lot of people when they go to cut their grass, they kind of just put it at a middle of the lawnmower height or even lower to the ground because they think if I mow it low, I don't have to mow it as often or something. Put the mower a little higher, put it a few notches higher. If you're already towards the top, just go ahead and jack it up to the top for now, and go ahead and leave that grass some room to really grow in. One of the other things that we get really excited about when it comes to lawn care is throwing down those products that we buy. If you're new to lawn care, you might get excited, and you should be excited about trying out different fertilizers, trying out biostimulants, and all these different products that we can apply to the lawn to get a result back out of that. But I'm going to tell you there's two things that you really need to do before you start feeding your lawn to make sure that you're feeding it correctly. One of those things is a soil test. This is optional, to be honest. A lot of people don't think you need to do a soil test, and you can still get results from applying products to your lawn without having a soil test. But if you want to be as efficient, if you want to get the best results out of your applications, then you really should commit to getting a soil test done to make sure that you know what nutrients are in your soil, which ones need to be added to the soil, and which ones you might have too much of, so that you don't apply those. You don't waste money buying products that would just be adding things that you already have sufficient levels of in your soil. One of the most helpful tools that we can have when we're doing a soil test is a soil probe. And this was sent to me by AMS. They are a company that manufactures a bunch of soil sampling products, and they sent me a couple of their soil probes to try out this season. You don't need a soil probe. Some of them can be quite pricey. The Yard Mastery kit comes with a miniature soil probe. You can use that. You can just use a regular garden trowel. You just want to make sure that you're getting soil out of your lawn that is a couple inches, like 4 to 6 inches, below the soil surface, because that's where the root zone of your grass tends to be. So you want to know what's right there, right ready for the roots to take up. You can get this done with kits like the Yard Mastery kit that I just mentioned that comes with a miniature miniature soil probe. You can have an analytics company like Spectrum Analytics or Waypoint Analytic to look at your soil. You can mail your soil to them. You can even send it to your local university most of the time, and their turfgrass science folks will give you a report. So we're going to actually try out a couple different kinds of soil tests. We're going to try the Yard Mastery soil test, and we're going to go ahead and try either Spectrum or Waypoint. We're going to give them a shot too, because their soil testing methods tend to differ from the Yard Mastery's soil testing methods. So we'll get into that when we talk about soil tests and results later on in the season. Another thing that I'm excited to announce is that the backyard of my house is going to be on a full season lawn care plan from the Lawn Bright company. So they are a company that is a subscription service where you take a soil sample, you pay for a yearly subscription, and you give them your soil sample, and they send you products in the mail in hose and sprayers to apply to your lawn based on the results of your soil test. So they kind of take the thinking out of it. And one of the big things that is great about Lawn Bright is that they use natural products. I've had a lot of people over the past couple of years ask me for natural or organic product choices, products that they can apply to the lawn that's not going to harm their pets, their goats, their kids, or anything like that. And so this is a company that delivers products to your door like that. So stay tuned if you're interested in a subscription service like that. We're going to try it out on the backyard this year. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it. So this is the backyard out here that we're going to be using the Lawn Bright products on. Now, when you're out there taking your soil samples, one other really important thing that you need to do before you start throwing fertilizer down on your lawn is understand how big your lawn is. And it's not just so you can go brag to your friends about who has the biggest lawn. What it's really about is making sure that you're getting proper application rates down on the lawn. If you can master understanding how big your lawn is and matching that up with the proper amount of product that you need to put on the lawn, you will have no chance of burning the lawn after you make a proper application. We don't overdo it, we don't underdo it, and then we get the results that we want. Precision is the name of the game when it comes to lawn care, in my opinion. That's how you get the best results. That's what keeps you going. That is what allows you to get the results you want. Now, there's a couple different ways you can measure your lawn. You obviously want to find out the area, because everything in lawn care is pretty much related to, for the DIY guy or gal, thousands of square feet. So you want to measure the length and the width of your lawn, and you want to find out the total area of your lawn. There's a lot of different ways to do this. You can pace it out. You can go ahead and get one of those walking wheels. You can get a tape measure. You can even use an app or do it electronically. The Yard Mastery app has the ability for you to take a satellite view of your property and go ahead and outline the portion of your lawn that you're going to take care of. It'll give you the square footage. It will tell you that you can name it. You can pick a color. It's awesome. It's really great. It's very convenient. Something you can have in your pocket to reference whenever you need it. There are several other websites, I'm sure people will comment down below, with other websites that you can use to electronically find out the square footage of your lawn. And then one of the final things, now we've talked about mowing, we've talked about feeding, and now we need to talk about watering. Making sure that your watering is on point throughout the season is a way that you can keep your grass healthy. If you look up how to water your lawn on YouTube, you'll probably find something called the Tuna Can Challenge. And in fact, I've done a video on my channel that's dedicated to that. And basically what it is taking your sprinkler setup, figuring out the rate at which your sprinkler system is putting a given amount of volume on the lawn. Usually you want to aim for between 1 and 2 inches of water per week to go down on your lawn to keep your grass healthy. And if you don't know how much water is coming out of your sprinklers, how can you be sure whether you've hit that mark or not? You can grab something like this rain gauge here. This is a Taylor rain gauge. I got this off of Amazon, and you can scatter these throughout the yard to figure out the volume of water you're putting down. Like I said, I have a video on my channel that outlines how to do this to make sure that you're putting the right amount of water down. And if you get something like this, you can also take a look at and track the amount of water that comes down from Mother Nature too, because in the springtime we're going to get a lot of water. And so if we get an inch of water during a rainstorm one week, you don't necessarily need to turn your sprinkler system on that week. So it'll help you save some bucks there and make sure you're not overwatering the lawn. This is another great use case for that soil probe if you want to go ahead and get one, because throughout the year you can go ahead and pull cores of soil, you can check the moisture content in those samples to see, you know, it's 3 days after I watered, do I still have water in the soil, or do I have bone dry soil right now, right? If you're just getting into lawn care, you don't have an in-ground sprinkler system, you might consider putting in an above ground sprinkler system. I also have a video that outlines my above ground sprinkler system, the sprinklers, the timers, and things like that that I use to try to automate the watering aspect of lawn care as much as I can. So check that video out too. And you know, these are all things that you can do today. You can get out and measure your lawn today. You can download the Yard Mastery app today and get started on coming up with a plan for your lawn. You can sharpen your lawnmower blades and get out in the garage and do your mower maintenance today. So if your grass really isn't that ready yet for you to throw down your pre-emergent or start fertilizing, there's still plenty of work that we can do out in the lawn to get outside, enjoy the season. We've got a lot going on in the lawn. We've got a lot of different techniques and products that we're going to be trying out this year. So if you can nail these few things that we talked about before you get to mowing, feeding, and watering your lawn, you will be set up for success this lawn care season. That's not all that goes into lawn care. We will be talking the rest of this year. Stay tuned. I'm excited, I'm geeked, I'm ready. I am gonna go ahead and gather some soil samples out of my yard and get those ready to be sent off for soil testing.